Yeah. Okay. The other, the one thing you hadn't mentioned actually was this building that we're doing this interview in. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, that was interesting. When I became executive director in 1985, well, we were still located up in North York, opposite the North York General Hospital, in a building that was owned by them, and that was probably the fourth home, I guess, of the college to that point in time. And when I arrived, Dr. Rice had already put one department in a local building because there wasn't enough room in the building we were in. We couldn't enlarge a building we didn't own. We were renting from the North York General Hospital, and they didn't want to give it up because they thought that the subway along Shepherd Avenue was going to be approved, and they wanted to hang on to this property. So we had to start looking if we wanted everybody under one roof. Mm-hmm. And the other thing that I'd experienced early in my days at the college was that we had to stop committee meetings around 2 in the afternoon to get people to the airport because the traffic along Highway 401 was getting so bad that even at that point in time that people had to have a lot of time to get to the airport to catch their flights back to Halifax or Calgary or wherever they were going. So for those reasons, we started to look around the airport, and with the help of Don Steen, our Director of Administration, we found 3 acres of land. The airport corporate center, which they called it, the area around the airport, hadn't been developed a lot at that time, so there was still land available. So we bought the property, and then the board, bless their hearts, decided that we should own our own building, and we should do a limited partnership to our members, and they would each buy shares, and we would have enough money to do the whole project. Well, unfortunately, in that time that was being set up, the economy declined and the real estate market took a downturn, and so we ended up not being able to sell all of it, and the rules with limited partnerships are you have to sell it all or you have to give the money back. Mm-hmm. So we had to give the money back with some interest to our members and start looking for alternatives. But we found a developer who was interested, and the only saving grace for the college financially was just pure luck. In the 2 years or so that had transpired since we bought the land, it had gone up in value. So we bought the land for $1.5 million. We obtained $2.7 million when we sold it to the developer, and that $1.2 million bailed us out of all the expenses we'd burned up in the limited partnership and other things, and so we ended up sort of financially even, which was lucky. And so anyway, the developer did a good job for us, and we got this building. We were the anchor tenant, so we had the privileges of anchor tenants, and we negotiated that every 5 years the college could ask for whatever additional space they needed, and that would have to be granted. So we started off with 2.5 floors, and I think the college now owns pretty much all the building, at maybe except 1 or 2 floors, 2 floors maybe, yeah. So anyway, that little plan has worked out well, and I'm thrilled that the college is still here. We moved in 1992, I guess, and 1991 maybe. 91 I think it was, yeah. And you're still here in 2014, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, no, excellent. That was great.
And you still haven't used all the buildings, so.
No, that's right. We still have room to grow. Exactly.
Stay here a bit longer.